Amid gloom across the world on the economic front, the Indian economy is continuing to hold strong. According to Morgan Stanley, the country will account for a fifth of the total global economic growth in the next decade. According to American multinational investment management and financial services company, India will add more than $400 billion to its GDP every year, a scale that is only surpassed by the US and China. The report titled Why This Is India's Decade says that the country's GDP is set to double from the current $3.4 trillion to $8.5 trillion over the next decade. The report also suggests that India will be the world's third largest economy as well as world's third largest stock market by 2027. It has projected that by 2032, India's market capitalization will go up from $3.4 trillion to $11 trillion, and country's per capita income will rise from the current $2,278 to $5,242 in 2031. The reason for India's rapid economic growth are said to be demographics, digitization, decarbonization, and deglobalization. The projection by Morgan Stanley has come in the backdrop of India recently becoming the fifth biggest economy by surpassing the United Kingdom. The conclusion was reached by Bloomberg using the IMF database and historic exchange rates. As per calculation, the size of the Indian economy with regards to nominal cash was $854.7 billion during the quarter through March 2022. In comparison, the same for the UK was $814 billion. Also, despite COVID pandemic and the Ukraine-Russia war, India has registered double-digit growth in first quarter of financial year 2022-23. As per government data, India's GDP grew at 13.5% in April-June 2022-23. The growth was up from 4.1% in January-March 2022. Moreover, as per a recent report by the State Bank of India, India could become the third largest economy in the world by 2029, outstripping two other major economies by the end of the decade.